people of Earth. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
DJ
and
Scungy.
Boy, that was just like blam! You just slammed that beat
we
down.
Are, we are live. We're actually. Oh my God, are we on time?
No, we are not, because Carl already texted us wondering where the hell we
it's
were at.
7:03, so technically we're a minute early.
Yeah, we're fine.
Well, yeah, technically. Once we go back in studios, we're going to have about 2 minutes of Fox News, and then we'll have like 2 minutes of commercials.
Yes.
So we start at 4 after.
Which will be soon-ish.
So, all right. So basically, I'll be starting back to work. Let me lay out the show first. All right. So tonight, we've got a bunch of great trailers, a couple of reaction trailers that we haven't seen yet. Wicker, not Wicker Man, but
Wicker.
They're just called Wicker.
Yes.
Then Buddy.
Buddy.
and have you seen the Ice Cream Man?
No,
trailer?
I have not seen the Ice Cream
Oh my
Man
God!
trailer,
It's Eli Roth horror flick. You and I were talking about it at dinner today.
Yeah.
It looks just phenomenal, and I pulled up the Red Band trailer because it is gross and disgusting and awesome, and there's like F-bombs. So let's just do it while we can,
Right,
okay.
Because
yes.
once we get back on the radio, the FCC will be like, no bad words.
Yeah. And then
no bad
we're also
words.
going to talk about Spider-Man because we all saw Spider-Man.
Yes, we actually all saw a movie for once.
I know.
Go
It's
team.
amazing.
I
isn't
know,
it?
right? Look at that. It's amazing. So we'll be talking about probably the
And
greatest movie ever.
We're going to start about Star Trek as well.
Star Trek, and there's a Voyager documentary that's coming out.
Ooh, so
And
we've got a lot of stuff to talk about.
They brought in one of the brightest stars that would ever grace the screen of Voyager. So you know what? Let's start with that because that is a hot topic right now.
Okay.
The Voyager documentary. The
It's
DVD
a
is-
hot topic like 20-something years later.
Yeah. Well, so they've got a brand new documentary coming over, the third one. There we
Third
go.
one. All right, gotcha.
So we have Lieutenant Stotty. She was in Star Trek Voyager. Lieutenant Stotty.
Who the hell is that? I've watched every single goddamn episode of Voyager. Who the hell is that?
She was in one episode. And
Oh,
so
okay. So she's the end-all, be-all, know-it-all of Voyager.
This is the
not
great,
Tim Russ.
This is
not
the, wait.
Jerry Ryan. You know.
This is the greatest thing ever because whenever Star Trek or any major franchise decides to put like a documentary out or whatever, they need people that were on the show to talk about it.
Yeah.
But all the big names, they don't give a rat's ass about your little crappy ass DVD documentary.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, would you
What
be
we
wrong?
left
Shut
behind,
up.
what
No.
we left behind, the DS9 one had all the.
So what I was trying to say is that what we
Just
have here
because
is
he doesn't
Lieutenant
like the-
Stotty is that we have somebody they needed somebody, so they went and got some rando who doesn't really care. I mean, like they're cheap. That's the thing. The big names are not going to be involved with this stuff. And just to prove the point, Scungy, stop talking and just listen.
Hi, this is Alicia Coppola, otherwise known as Lieutenant Stotty from Star Trek The Voyager. And I just wanted to let you know, if you've seen my pile over here, that this documentary of The Voyager is leaving the space dock.
The Voyager.
Wow.
So,
The Voyager.
The Voyager. And she didn't say it once. She said it twice. She doesn't even know what freaking show she was on, and she's shilling for the
my
documentary.
God,
She
that's-
doesn't even know the name of the show that she was
I just
on.
want to see how this is received.
Oh, dude. Like, the
Oh,
first
no.
one is like,
He's saying to rage bait us.
oh, my God. The whole thing is about rage
The
bait.
Voyager.
It's just, and
Oh,
she was so just about it. She said it. I mean, and the worst part is, why do they even publish this? You know, I mean, like, why even publish it?
You would think that one person in the entire organization goes, there's no the.
And not only once, but twice.
But twice. You would say, like,
Twice.
You know what?
It's
hey,
like the Voyagers.
But look-
the
but-
Voyagers was the show with the stopwatch.
But
That's what it was. The
but
Voyagers.
Look
gotta
at
be
what the
intentional.
actual the site is. I guess this is on Instagram or whatnot or whatnot.
Yeah,
The
oh, yeah.
Voyager documentary.
Yeah.
It's not Voyager documentary. The
Yeah, pull up their.
Voyager.
I guess they have a whole Facebook page for it too.
Oh yeah, and they got a whole bunch of other,
Like I
people
was
you
on
don't
one
recognize.
episode.
Yeah.
I played a background crewman
Oh
dur-
wow, with those stretch goals for pins. I bet they
Wow.
Okay, so that's gonna be.
Oh, it's a set. You can
no,
use it
that
by
that
then.
is gonna be.
Oh god, this is
Oh my God,
awful.
what was his name? Prince Price.
Oh, I saw Robert Picardo at the
Yeah,
bottom.
Robert
Oh, so-
Picardo.
They got one decent one.
Well, they also have Harry Kim.
Oh yeah. Now he's
Like
an
Harry,
admiral.
Yeah, Harry Kim
I'll let y'all
must suffer.
Scroll through this.
You've also got
Yeah, Billy
what's her
Bob
name?
Joe.
Bolano. Bolano. is her
DJ
name?
has no idea.
No
who
idea.
any of these people are. He's just like, "Hey, whatever you guys.
Paris. That's a dude's
Tom
name. Tom
Paris.
Paris.
Oh, my
you got Bolano.
Those are
But-
pins, ass wipe.
And then you
It
got,
doesn't matter. Those aren't the
But
people.
the pins
I
are gonna
mean-
be talking, right?
They're talking pins. Yeah,
But it
you
like-
tap them and
they've
they'll
got
That's
like
something
this-
from Star Trek. They got
But they got
talking
like this
pins.
one person. It's like, hi, I was the background crew member in episode 72. You know what
dear
it is?
God.
It's like Galaxy Quest, the Sam Rockwell character.
Oh,
you know, it's
God,
like,
yeah, they
hey,
all are.
oh my God, Dan was on the Star Trek. Like I said, they had I don't know how they screwed this up because DS9 has this wonderful documentary called What We Left Behind, and it had everybody from DS9. It had the showrunners.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
had all the cast.
So
it had all the crew.
I'm not-
even Avery Brooks in his
I don't, think he
like
ever
Star Trek.
fucking listens to me. He
I don't
never
listen to
listens
you.
to me.
I don't
What I'm
listen to
trying
any
to
of y'all.
what it's like. There are documentaries upon documentary upon documentary. Whenever it's a documentary that nobody gives a flying flip about, they grab these asshats and be like, "Hey, you were on Star Trek? Yeah, I was on Star Trek: The Voyager." No,
I don't understand. It's
because
actually
there's
a good
8
show.
billion. There's 8 billion documentaries. Okay, there's 8 trillion. Dude, remember the Star Trek documentary where I had the Denise Crosby. I interviewed Denise Crosby, and it was
Yeah.
the Trekkies 2 or whatever.
I remember that.
Nobody gave a rat's ass about that one because the first one was funny because they made fun of some dude who'd never been out of his mother's friggin' basement and basically made Trekkies look even dorkier than they
I
already were.
remember
The
that movie, yeah.
documentary was almost like a slap in the face of Trek fans.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, and so when 2 came out, they're like, yeah, no. But they paid Denise Crosby, but it's Denise Crosby. You know, she quit the show for the hopes of stardom and then ended
I'm
up
going
doing
to be a movie star.
yeah, then she did a
Playboy.
Playboy thing, which my father bought, and I found later in my teen years, which was actually quite
I'm sure that was a very
serendipitous.
happy day of you.
I almost brought that up during the interview to Denise.
I have your Playboy. Hey, look, at least it could be better than what's her name? Oh my God, the chick from Babylon 5, Claudia Christian, who was selling her Playboy at the con.
Who was the one who was the hoe? That was Fars. No,
That was
the
Claudia
blonde?
Christian from Babylon 5.
No, I'm talking about Farscape.
Oh, that's Gigi Edgley.
Yes, she's a hoe, huh?
Yeah, she also was like in that.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It was
They
a
should
it was
use
a
it for-
Moby Con, and apparently she was, I don't know, letting people have fun by the pool. And I mean by the pool, like in broad daylight. All right, so where were we? Why are they giving away King of the Hill?
Actors. She needed the money, and somebody will pay for it.
Yeah,
Are
no, I
they
wish they were
communi-
communicators. I really don't think they are.
They should use a Tribble. We'll get his lines right.
All right, so y'all want to talk about Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Sure, let's talk about
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That is the topic of the
That
week.
is okay. Sound off in the chat if you haven't already seen the movie. I
Yes.
know Carl has
Spoiler
seen the movie.
alert.
Yeah, there
Major,
will
major
be some
spoiler
spoilers.
alert.
Dan,
Well,
have
actually,
you
should
seen
we
the
do
movie?
should we do a spoiler-free section first? Just our
Well,
general
I think-
thoughts.
I
so
think-
people
Yeah,
who
I
haven't
think
seen
we
it.
could
Yeah.
start there. We could start there. You go first.
I would say I would place this. This is, in my opinion, the best Spider-Man movie we've gotten since Spider-Man 2. It is what it is. That's my take
Wow,
on it.
that is a bold statement.
And I
sir.
will say that I think it's better than even the last Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, which
No
had
Way Home?
all 3 of them. I thought the story was way more tight in this one. It was about the character of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. You know, that's what it should be. And I have some other comments that I really appreciated that I'll save for a little later because they do get kind of spoilery, but you know,
Yeah.
that's my thought.
I
Best
ca-
movie since Spider-Man 2.
I agree. This one was a far more grounded Spider-Man. It wasn't like the spectacular Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man. This was, hey, Spider-Man's kind of depressed.
Yep.
And this is like Yeah, he's dealing with more real world. He's lost his friends. I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody who's seen No Way Home is nobody remembers who Spider-Man, who that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Nobody remembers Peter Parker at all.
And nobody
yeah, right.
remembers
No,
Peter
it's
Parker at
it's
all.
a wonderful life.
Yeah,
Nobody,
it's like,
you never existed.
He never existed. So he is completely and utterly alone. He only has the police chief
Yeah.
and Yolanda. That's her name,
That's
right?
kind of you need spoiler
From-
territory here. Well, you know.
Okay, all right. That talk to him.
Yeah.
Don't even know who he is. They
Yeah,
just
they just
talk to
interact
him.
with Spider-Man as Spider-Man, like
Right.
So-
like the majority of the comic books are. It's like, why don't you take off the mask, you weirdo?
I will tell you, I had a
The
lot of
hot tub scene.
I had a
We'll get-
lot
we'll
of,
get there, we'll
yeah,
get there.
I had a lot of theories about where this was going to go.
I agree. I completely
and
agree.
it didn't go in any direction that I thought it was going to go, and I've never been more happy about that.
Yeah.
So I think that the biggest thing was like the whole first portion of the movie where it's him and
Are we getting the
he's-
spoilers here?
well, no. I'm just saying, just like him being beloved by the New York populace. How
Yeah.
and what he's done. You're talking about not having his
Going
his
to the
friends.
movies is so 1990s.
Well, he throws himself into his work. Like
Yeah.
when my mother died, and then after my father died, like I just worked.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
worked, and because it kept me away from having to think about everything else.
Right.
And I think that speaks to so many people on so many levels where
Yeah.
it's like, I ain't got time to deal with this crap. I'm just gonna throw myself into my work.
It's a very universal feeling.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of like the whole first half
That's
of
the
the
point
movie
of like the movie, right?
and they
Yeah.
also, I guess, I mean, you already know Punisher's in there, but their whole dynamic is
Yeah.
friggin'
great.
amazing. And like, they are both outsiders, and it's
Yeah.
like they are both pulled themselves away. But Frank understands why he did it because they have that sort of heart to heart at some
Yeah.
point, and he goes, we're nothing alike, and it's so funny because it takes a second for Spider-Man to really kind of be like, oh, okay, yeah, because he's had the option to go talk to them.
Yeah.
Frank is like, my family's dead, bro.
Yeah.
They're alive. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and-
he goes,
and so that was a great dynamic between those two.
and isn't it just great that they finally brought Frank into an MCU movie?
Yes.
It just
And-
felt
and
great.
That's one of the biggest topics I want to get into later is the inclusion of like how the characters blended with Spider-Man.
So, all right, I don't want to talk about the other one because, I mean,
Should we get into spoilers? Should we go full spoiler warning here?
So
'Cause,
we can-
yeah,
give you-
because we
okay.
got to talk about
Yeah.
it. That's all right.
So-
So, full spoilers, y'all.
All right, so
we
we'll
all
give you 10
spoilers.
seconds. We'll give you 10 seconds if you want to like pause or like whatever, turn off and everything like that.
I feel like we should have a spoiler sign, and then once we
I'll
turn
get
it
that,
off,
yeah.
you can take once
Yeah.
once we're done, you can take it down.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows, and it's been I got kudos to a lot of social
Spillers.
media.
Spillers.
I see.
Spiller man,
Spiller man.
But social media hasn't spoiled who Sadie Sink's character is.
Yes.
And that was something the very first
you
day I kept seeing her picture come up and I would scroll
Mute
fast
the
past
stream
it
and then shoot the bird when
just
you're done.
so that
So we will have the spoilers thing up while we're talking about spoilers, and then we will take it down.
Yeah, and then we'll take
once
it
we're
down
done.
once we're done.
All right, so now we will go into spoiler
because
territory.
so many people didn't spoil it, and I don't want to be
I'm very
that.
happy about that. I mean, I saw
Yeah.
nothing on social media about spoiling.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
So
Sadie
I
Sink.
told you so.
Okay.
I told you so.
Yeah, but it wasn't for the Gene D.
Yeah, that wasn't. But it's still in
Deadpool.
general. I told you so. Still
Yeah.
in general.
I think most people kind of knew.
Yeah.
Just because of the red hair and
Yeah.
Jean Grey and just people
I
kind
mean,
of
that's
knew.
kind of what you
But
have
you
to
didn't
do
see
in this
her
scenario.
until like an hour and a half into the film. You didn't even really
Yeah.
see
So,
her.
all right, I guess controversial thing. I mean, I wasn't that wowed by her character. I mean, I thought
She
it
was messed up.
Well,
dude. All right. So the things that
okay.
they're
I
gonna
mean,
have
then,
to
then-
do.
then prove me wrong. I
The
mean,
things that they're gonna have to do to redeem her from that one scene on the rooftop to get her like
Yeah.
into this X-Men as somebody you can support, that's gonna be
That
kind of
was-
rough.
That
But, I
was
mean,
kind of like the most cold blooded thing.
Oh
That
my
literally
God,
when she took over
People
MJ.
clapped. People in the audience clapped during the rooftop scene.
Yeah, because
like,
oh,
like
yeah,
everyone's just
they-
like, yes,
yeah,
oh
and
my
then-
God.
and
And then
then-
we're all like, and somebody just in the background goes, you bitch. I'm just like, yeah.
Dude, I was like sitting there and watching it. And I'm
People
like,
were clapping.
dude, it's
People were like,
as
yeah, all right.
a moviegoer,
Yeah.
I felt like my heart was just ripped out and going, here it is. You know all those feelings? Screw those. I'm going to throw them out. And I was just like, I mean, I feel like I was punched in the gut after that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that right there, number one, shows the writing of it.
Yeah.
And then the acting, and I'm going to say the chemistry between Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Dude.
I don't think that could have been pulled off if they weren't as intimate as
Right.
they were.
Dude,
They had, I saw an interview, like them having to pretend like they didn't know each other, even though they're literally married in real life. Like that was super tough for them, but also I think made the movie even better.
Yeah, that was just, I mean, that blew me away. Just that one scene. I think there are so many scenes in this just of, look, we talked about the Odyssey for a while and everything. I think this is Tom Holland's best acting performance, period. I think
From
he
what
was
I've seen, I haven't
the-
seen
like,
the Odyssey.
I've seen,
so.
but I've seen the Odyssey. I've seen all the Spider-Mans. I've seen like Uncharted. I've seen a lot of his
Yeah.
films. This performance by
was great.
him was just. I think it's the best performance of
I think-
any actor in as Spider-Man, because
Whoa.
I'm gonna say it because it was, like I said, once again, a more grounded. It's like he has that conversation with May, and he's
Yeah.
just constantly remembering May and everything that he's lost. I mean, he sits there and he goes to a party at MJ and Ned's house,
Yeah.
and he has to sit there and suffer, and he sees her kiss this guy.
The writing
Oh.
does cater to it.
You know who that guy was she kissed?
It was Flash? Was that Flash?
No,
that wasn't-
no. It was just some unnamed or maybe a named character, but it's the guy who plays Ezra Bridger
Ezra yeah.
in
That was Ezra-
Ahsoka.
oh, wow.
Yeah, in Ahsoka. Yeah.
That's funny.
That I got some Ahsoka stuff in the notes too.
Yeah.
All right. So now my only complaint about Tom Holland's acting was in the first half of the movie. It seemed like a lot of times his mask was muffling him, and then it
Yeah.
seemed like he was trying to do a New York accent.
Yeah.
Like, and I was kind of like, what the F are you doing? Like,
That is one of the complaints I've seen is that near the beginning of the
so
movie,
I-
his mask was a little weird.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm not the only
yeah,
one
yeah,
because
yeah.
I was
You're
just
not
like,
the only one. No.
like that seemed weird,
wouldn't-
and it distracted me. But
Yeah,
it
it
wasn't
took you out
like
a
I'm
little
like, oh, boo.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
It wasn't
It's
that
not
bad.
gonna ruin
but
the movie or anything.
But no, I mean, so I think between that and then when you had that first flashback of him and May on the bunk bed, and I kind of had that feeling. I'm like, you know what, this is gonna play back later. And then when he meets her, and
Yeah.
they're gonna have, I'm like, they're totally gonna have. That's gonna be the point where that speech, whatever
That's
it
a
May says,
catalyst.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's gonna be something. But all right, before we move on from that, anything else you want to add before we move on
I
from that?
mean, not really. I mean, in general about the movie, like I mean, it's just all of the Spider-Man movies. They just did all of their intensive research on it, and also not even the movies, but the games. I mean, you played the
they had things for
Insomniac
the
games.
games.
I
They
know
had
you. I know
little-
you never played those games, but dude, the amount of stuff that they basically pulled straight out of the game, like the web swinging too. There's one scene where he's swinging, he goes around a building, and he whips the building on his left to pull him like around the building. That's a move directly out of the video game.
And then what's it?
In the-
Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone, but also
Carl
the-
even said I saw a lot of the comic book covers in
Yeah.
the movie, but we saw those were a
Those
lot
were
of
the
those
trailers,
stills
yeah.
in the trailer though too.
But
so like
I mean,
we'd seen
like
that.
the combat and like the action sequences,
A lot of
dude,
it.
that was choreographed from the video game because the director himself was like, whenever they were talking about the choreography with the actual like stunt doubles and everything, and the people who were setting that up, they're like, yeah, we're huge fans of the game. We're putting all this in on purpose. Like it's there
Yeah.
for you to see that we appreciate all of the media that has been like shoveled towards us from the fans.
Yeah, and there was a lot of love that was put into
Yeah.
it. I mean, like I think Carl had said something about earlier, but it's true. There was about 8 different comic book covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That were just
All
a
right.
shot.
That's fun, but like,
all right. So I want to get back to the spoiler stuff because we're sidetracking on BS. Honestly, with the Hulk thing. Now, Carl was saying how there's no plot holes. I got a question, and this and I feel like it's a plot hole because it seemed like it was a bigger thing, and they never made much of it afterwards. Was the whole him being able to keep her out of his mind, being like having that ability, and then
Yeah.
his eyes going black, the cocoon thing, and all
Yeah.
that stuff, his arachnid DNA going bonkers
Yeah.
or whatever, and it just seemed like. That wasn't as important, like the whole thing they was trying to put on the Hulk's neck, and then they put it
inhibitor.
on the inhibitor thing. But like he's fighting the red ninjas and all that stuff, and at some point it just seemed to me like I'm not sure that this whole inhibitor thing was all that much because it seems like he needed to be lower, but I think I was just confused by the arachnid DNA being lower, and that was the threshold to fight her off. But then all of a sudden he goes black eyes, and then he stops. I'm like, that was weird to me because I didn't understand what the F they were doing.
Okay, so I think it's
okay. I know exactly what happened.
All right, one at a time.
At that moment, when he was fighting, the hand went up. That was him fully accepting that he can be both. That was just
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
That was like that entire thing.
All right.
So when he was able to do both, he was able to conquer that extra spider DNA that he had. He was able to use that to his advantage.
Okay.
That's just what that
and
was.
The reason why he couldn't
So then
sense her when he had that up at the first point
Right.
is because he wasn't accepting who he was. He was trying to
Yeah.
fight it so much, and since he was fighting it, he couldn't control
So-
his power.
Exactly. right.
I get that, but it just seems like it almost kind of makes everything before that moot.
What do you mean?
What with just that once he makes he accepts that
So then
one and the same. It almost seems as if everything before that was just sort of like
so like the inhibitor chip stuff that he was doing didn't
Yeah,
matter.
right?
So you're wrong because they're setting up the inhibitor collars for the X-Men. Peter Parker is going to originate the inhibitor collars for the X-Men. That's where this is going. It is what it is.
Bro, holy crap!
That's what they're doing.
Damn.
And that's one of the biggest points that I wanted to bring up was
Wow.
that would kind of put Spider-Man in a really bad position with the X-Men and also Magneto and just that entire universe. So I'm excited
Yep.
to see where they take that. But Peter Parker being the origin of the inhibitor collar, that's
Yeah.
pretty smart from
Okay,
them.
that's-
and
that's-
the fact that that's split both of y'all, I think that's pretty cool how
Yeah.
they kind
Yeah.
of shimmied
Yeah.
that in there.
That is
So
cool.
that's I think that's where you were
Okay.
kind of missing.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, you're like, so I got to go see it again with your brother.
Yeah, I got to see it a second time.
And I mean, dude, because it was really a
It'll be
great
a different movie
It-
whenever
it-
you see it a
it was-
second
It
time,
was
too.
fun, and I watched No Way Home before I went to go see the movie, and it was funny because in No Way Home, at least 3 times they do the hand slap
right?
thing, and I'm like, that's gonna be it. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be the thing where it's like that's gonna break him open, and the floodgates will open
it's like,
of
hey,
their
And it just
memories.
simply goes,
Uh,
Peter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And so
There's a few different theories on that because it wasn't really cleared up in the movie. One of the theories
because
is that
that's like that physical memory.
Yeah.
that sometimes
Yeah.
that your body just like, oh crap. you
yeah,
know?
but one of the theories is that it was like whenever Jean Grey had everybody frozen, is that like she knew that both of them like were like that, so maybe she like went in their mind and kind of
Oh.
like
fixed it.
not
Oh.
necessarily fixed it, but kind of like shoved it and be like,
Unlocked the
hey, yeah,
door or
unlocked the door
something.
pretty much. Yeah, right. Made it a
So-
little bit easier.
So then I have another question that goes to towards the end, the post-credit scene.
That nobody knows
What in
that's
the
about.
actual hell?
That
So,
could be
all right.
Miles Morales. That could be Toby
I-
coming back. That could be the symbiote. That could be him going to Battle World. That could be
Like,
literally
what
anything.
the hell?
That was the first thing I thought was Battle World. I think they did that on purpose because
Yeah.
that it gives them a bunch of options.
Right.
Andrew Garfield's was also a thing they were popping about, but also when he has the symbiote wards. Asteroid M. I don't remember Asteroid M. What is that? Carl, elaborate what the hell. Where's Don Cooper? We need the man behind the chair. We need
Yeah.
our man in the chair, Don Cooper, to
Exactly.
Google it for us. I don't remember what Asteroid
I
M
can't.
is.
I'm trying to remember. I can't.
I'm
can't
thinking there's a
remember. It's-
Magneto. Freaking, I don't know. All right, but I mean, yeah. So it was a. He's so pissed. Asteroid M.
Yeah, he's like he did it twice.
Twice. He's like, why are you not listening to me? All right, final spoilers before we remove the thing. Magneto, Magneto orbiting asteroid.
Okay, Magneto's orbiting asteroid. Okay.
I mean, my final thing is that I think this is the first movie that we've seen, like a Spider-Man movie, where he's actively interacting with other Marvel characters in a way that feels like accurate to the universe. We haven't gotten
Yes.
a single movie like that, like a Spider-Man movie where he's interacting with just different people.
So
and that's good.
Would you also say that the scope was more small potatoes?
I would say
rather
that the
than
scope
big
Small
potatoes.
was very small potatoes.
Very
yes.
small
Very
potatoes.
small potatoes.
No. That scene.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yelena stole the show, and I
But-
think they. I'm glad they included that, and I think that's one of their. That was one of their biggest.
Well,
like,
she straight up said that's not what we the Avengers
Yeah.
do. She basically said we're the friggin'
and
Avengers
I
now,
think
bitch.
They wrote that scene specifically so
No.
precisely so
they
that
wrote
people
that scene
would be
so
more
Dave
fans.
could be excited in the theater.
No, I was pissed in the theaters because they used that sort of dye in the pool that they use at Disney World, so you couldn't see your nipples. I was very upset. I was very put out by that scene, actually.
No, but I
and then all the foot fetish people who get to see Spider-Man's feet.
I think that was one of the first big steps on getting the
Putting the
average.
dye in the water?
No, God, no, no. Putting Yelena in the movie the way they put her in there was one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
first steps of getting people who never saw Thunderbolts acquainted with these
Yeah,
characters
and
liking
basically
them.
And
saying
at the end, when
hey,
she talks to the chief of police or the detective, do you
Yeah.
like her office? Oh my god!
yeah, it's like my skin is exfoliated. But yeah, that is actually a really good point where I think that gives validity to the Thunderbolts
I
because
agree.
they
Yeah.
are they are the new Avengers.
Yeah.
And it's not one of those serious things like I am Iron Man or
Yeah,
I am
right.
we are the Avengers.
No,
I am
it's
Thor, son of
Still
Odin.
pretty
No,
light.
it's
We
just
don't-
like,
we
don't-
it's
we
like
don't-
small potatoes,
Those
Avengers,
big
big
potatoes.
potatoes.
And we'll see if that changes after Doomsday, because
right,
you
right.
know I think because
It's
from
not
what I've
rated
gotten,
R, Dave. I would
Right.
beg to differ on the potty mouth in that movie.
Oh
by the
yeah,
way. There was a lot of potty mouth in that movie.
but they
Just
a
specifically
lot of these
from
Thunderbolts
Frank.
are
Well,
pretty.
yeah, mother bleep. But yeah, I mean, well, that when I saw that in the trailer though, I'm like, yeah, because they don't want that R rating, so they
Yeah.
can't drop the F bomb.
And
you
then
know?
how many curse words did they have in that
oh
movie?
yeah, Punisher was flinging. them.
Punisher was.
Oh, I guess was he?
Oh,
He
yes.
was. Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I can't
There was
remember.
a lot of language coming out of Frank's mouth.
I guess I forgot. I mean, I guess because I just expected from him, so it didn't
Yeah,
like it,
yeah.
it. wasn't odd to me. So if he
Yeah.
dropped the F bombs, I didn't catch them.
But yeah, he drops it, but he's dropping it
Okay.
in a Spider-Man movie,
Yeah, I
not in a
guess-
Punisher show.
Yeah.
I the dynamic. I'll just say it again in closing. Is the dynamic between those two guys. I mean, and really John Bernthal and Tom Holland. I mean,
They've
like
always been together.
They
did their Spider-Man and Punisher audition tapes together.
and like it really
Like, that's
is
insane.
Those two
Is
guys.
that my gun? That was
Yeah,
just-
is that
was
my
so
when he
good.
snaps?
Is that my gun?
Dude, watching him fight the frickin' Hulk.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man be like, "We're fighting the Hulk." And he's like, "Oh." He's
yeah,
like,
right. He was
"We're
like,
fighting the
"Oh,
Hulk."
why did I show up?"
Like,
and
well,
that
I
was
should have
great.
brought a bigger gun.
Oh my god! I mean, there were a lot of like those scenes where it's just like this is a fun movie. It wasn't taking itself too
Yeah.
seriously, but it had
And
a
these-
lot of serious tones, just like the heartbreak scene
Yeah.
on the roof where it's just like you bitch,
And
man.
the, and,
I
and,
mean,
the,
you
and
know?
the extra characters weren't shoehorned in; they were there for a reason to
Yeah.
move Peter's character story along.
And
it
you know what?
worked.
Actually, I'm very happy that they didn't try to put so many villains in the film.
Yeah.
They just
Oh,
had,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you had Scorpion was there and he had a good reason.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, technically they were like
and
no
that's
villains.
that's a good
I mean,
street level
yeah,
villain to
yeah.
include in this.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then you had Tombstone. Was it Tombstone?
Yeah, it was Tombstone, but those were only like a
But
few
it was
seconds.
just
scenes, and
it's
that
a
was
cameo.
good.
That was
great.
It wasn't like, oh, we're following this villain and this villain and this villain
Well,
and
no,
this villain.
they made a point of it how Peter Parker or how Spider-Man had cleaned the streets. The
Yeah.
whole
Yes.
the whole movie opens up with the city is safe thanks to
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
But
You know,
I
I
think
mean,
specifically the way they did it, for me, it harkens back to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with what's his name, Andrew
Garfield?
Garfield, which was
Yeah.
unironically a pretty bad movie. But a lot of the kind of smaller things in it, they pulled into this one
And
and,
that-
actually fleshed it out.
that's just like Spider-Man,
that.
the first one though too, because I mean he was the sort of just a street level guy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
so
Well, 'cause what I'm getting to is that at the beginning of that movie of Spider-Man 2, they have that almost exact same sequence of him getting beat up by different
Yeah.
bad guys and
Yeah,
stuff, and kind
yeah.
of you kind of seeing an average day for Spider-Man. And I
Yeah.
think opening with that kind of thing is so smart, and I'm glad
Yeah.
they pulled that.
Yeah.
All right.
right.
So we can take the spoilers
Yeah, we can
down
take
now.
that down.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
what are we
hope
gonna
you didn't hear anything, Dean. Dean just walked in. We're gonna have to go see it. We'll
Lizard.
see it tomorrow or Tuesday.
Lizard.
Yeah.
Lizard.
All right. So the only thing that pissed me off was a little red herring of VMAX. Oh
No, I thought that was brilliant.
no,
I
what-
thought that
no,
was
that was
brilliant.
really great because, all right, we already took the spoilers thing down. We can't talk about it anymore. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But that was-
we'll see if we
that
do a
was-
second review on our second
Yeah,
watch.
I think honestly that was really funny because that was the aha moment for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And her, we don't know. We're not talking about it anymore
Yes.
because we're spoiler free.
Exactly.
All right, jump back over to our notes.
Let's go to what we've got on.
Well,
deck.
so we started off with a little bit of Star Trek stuff,
Yeah,
and so, Strange New Worlds. They're on episode 2 now, and if
Yes.
you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. If it is basically like
it's Event Horizon.
it's a ghost ship story where. Dan, my ears hurt from my fingers. So one of the things is with the new Strange New Worlds, you've got this whole ghost ship sort of thing on its whole Section 12,
Yeah.
kind of Section 31 deal.
Well, Section 31 is like the Black Ops. Section
yeah, that's
12,
right. 12
is more
the
like the
paranormal
the
or
paranormal-
unexplained phenomena.
They're the cryptid
Phenomena.
hunters.
Dun,
They're,
dun, dun, dun,
they're the cryptid
phenomena.
hunters, basically.
Cryptid hunters.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're like,
no, they explain unexplained phenomena.
except
Phenomena.
for the two stuff that
Except for the
Pike
two
said.
things that Pike couldn't figure out. But this one really was one of those. It had 3 characters in it really the whole time.
Yeah.
It was just Spock. I was saying B'Elanna. What's her freaking name?
Khan.
Khan, and Kirk. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen with the Khan character. I'm blanking on her damn name. But what the show? I don't know what's going on with the plot. I think that's the only thing I'm kind of pissed about is that it's just like we've had 2 episodes and no goddamn plot of what the fuck is going on this season.
No.
Okay,
we
what?
do.
What?
The fuck. The con chick. It is. I think this season's about her because in the recap of last season on, they talked about her and they talked about, and then in the first episode, it was like I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything when I punched that dinosaur.
Right.
And then in
Uh,
this,
that's
in
a
this,
great sentence. I punched a dinosaur.
and then this episode, they're all about this is who you are. So I think the entire series is about her becoming a con.
You know what I hate?
What?
Guessing at the frickin' plot.
That it's
I hate that. I'm an average dumb American.
well, we
Please
only have
spell it out
we only
for
have
me.
2
'Cause
episodes. We only have 2 seasons
I got too
left.
many things vying for my attention.
Yes.
You put the bait on the hook. You put the bait on the goddamn hook so I know what
But
I'm
then
chasing
that's
after.
why we watch.
No.
We watch so we can figure it. We speculate, and then when it happens,
I
we
don't
go,
have enough brain cells left to do that kind of crap,
But
man.
it's Trek.
You
We're
know?
gonna watch it, and it's an actually really good show. And
It is.
You know,
It was a nice little deviation, but they're screwing up the formula, man. Where you go fun show, plot show, fun show, plot show, fun show, plot show, fun show, plot show.
this was not necessarily a. It could be a plot show. It could not. But it was good. I mean,
if you like scary movies,
if you like scary movies,
it was funny that like 2 or 3 times they had just like kind of like in the movie. Oh my God, we got to talk about Obsession.
I haven't watched.
You
it
haven't
yet,
seen
but
Obsession?
He watched. He texted me
I-
last Sunday
text
night
both
at
of you
like
guys.
midnight.
So, all right. So they had that weird body horror kind of thing in the background of Star Trek. Go watch Star Trek. All right,
watch
we're moving
Star
on.
Trek.
Let's
Moving
talk
on.
about Obsession.
Okay,
Holy Mary,
all right.
Mother of God.
All right. So all right. So the thing about Obsession is that it's such a simple concept, but God, the layers are so good and they're so easy to read. It's such a readable movie, like the intent behind it. It's
Yeah.
so good.
And you I thought I kind of knew what was going on and where it was going until it started to happen, and I lost my twice. I paused the movie and got up and walked out to smoke because I'm just like, I can't watch this shit. I can't do this. I can't do this right now. I mean, I'm telling you, I had flashbacks to Brandy. I mean, I went way back in the Wayback Time Machine.
She stole your TV?
What?
You wanted your TV back from Brandy.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
One small thing on the list.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't even know what the hell that's about. No, I mean, oh my.
Oh no,
God.
you want your records back. Your records back. That's what it was.
I still don't even get that reference. Long story short, if you've left a trail of bodies in your life, which I have after owning a bar, I've got trails and trails of bodies. Oh my God! Because when you have to like call it off with someone and they lose their goddamn mind on you, where they start banging on your door at midnight, screaming, "I know you're in there! Open the effing door!" That's the shit that was going on when I'm watching Obsession. I'm going, "Holy crap! Somebody just made a movie of my life," and it was so. I texted you after the movie was over saying, I hate you for making me watch this thing. I'm scarred. My PTSD is now cranked up to 11 again. And you knew exactly which thing I was talking about because you sent me the meme where basically he's like, okay, she's asleep. I'm going to sneak out of the bed right now. And then she just looks at him just like, no! Stay!
Yeah. It's like screaming.
Oh, my. I almost shit myself. And it was... The actress, the way she was able to scream, I'm sure they probably did a little editing stuff on that to make it boom a little more. But
the range was good.
Oh my God, that movie!
I need to watch it.
And I'm not gonna say it scared me, but oh my God, I mean it really. Dude, just find yourself one girl, son, and stay with them. Don't leave a trail of bodies.
The thing about the movie, though, is that
Leanne would like to say, "Damn it, David."
Damn it, David! I'm Pepe, the magical burrito.
the thing though is that Bear, the main character, is the villain. He's the villain, and
he's also a friggin' moron.
Because the
she
thing
even
about
says,
the wish,
"Do you like me?"
The thing about the wish is that once you use the wish, and if it's on, like if it's a messed up wish, because he says like the F word, and like I wish she loved me more than anybody in the effing world, right? And so that makes it like a kind of a cursed wish.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically her liking him, it's not her. She's still in her body, but it's not her doing these things.
Yeah.
And he's completely okay with that the entire movie. So he's the bad guy the entire time, and the entire time he has the opportunity.
Anytime somebody makes a wish like that, they are the bad
Well,
guy.
Exactly.
It was great though too because like when she would have like a moment of clarity, as to like, oh my, what is going on?
Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing?
And oh my God, they went to the parties and like, dude, you know how many parties? How many times did I used to walk away to get away? Remember she punched me in the car one time and I ended up walking. I mean, crazy crap like that, and I'm just like. It's like who are you?
It was a volatile. I will use the word volatile relationship.
I mean, and crazy part is we're still friends.
Yes,
but like we made better friends than lovers. But the people in the shop knew the wishes were real because she goes, "I don't want you coming back here bitching about your wish." And then the other guy is all like, "Oh, no, I can't help you, bro. I already made my wish."
Yeah.
That wish was great,
the
man.
dude on the phone is so good.
You know? Oh, my God,
yeah, this
dude.
one you gotta watch. Cause
I'm going to watch it. It's on my list. And
it's one of those movies where it's so easy to read what the alternate, like, message is. And it's not surface level, but they found, like, almost an easy thing to grab, but made it, like, perfecally nuanced. I'm just very impressed by that.
No, yeah.
You don't see that very often anymore.
It was a good movie, but it was not for me because it was
for
very
personal reasons.
For
It
personal
hit him a little too hard, close to home.
You know, I mean, you've broken some hearts in your past. You know, I mean, you know, sometimes you got to when you break it off, you have to be the a-hole in the relationship where it's like, I'm sorry, this isn't working anymore. And if somebody has more feelings,
I don't want to get into spoilers, but God, that ending is good.
Oh
they
my
chose
God.
they chose the
it.
best possible thing and the
watch it.
craziest possible thing they could have done, and they just stuck with it.
And just like you said, you saw it coming. You knew exactly what was happening.
Yep.
I mean, I'm like, oh my God, it's still outside. You know? And I'm just like, this is the greatest thing ever. I had a bad experience. Wait, I haven't watched it yet. So many things I'm behind on. I had a bad experience. Please elaborate, Carl. You can't just say I had a bad experience and just. We're sharing here. Sharing is caring. Where typically I share all the awful things that happen in my life and the embarrassing things, like the time with me and a goat at a convention. And pictures floating around. I have no shame. So feel free to elaborate, Carl.
But
all right.
okay, so moving on.
Yeah,
What do we
moving
have
on.
Go watch Obsession on Peacock.
Oh, you know what I want to talk about? The top one right there. Star Wars and D&D have made an announcement.
Yeah.
So, hey, Dean, come here. So, as you well know, D&D is the #1 tabletop game. Go over there by Deadpool, see Edge of the Galaxy, that white rule book, third. Yeah, you see that one? Yes, right behind
Grab
you. Yeah, that big white one. So, just yank it out. Just like yeah, there you go.
You broke it.
So Dungeons and Dragons, they're trying to make themselves, relevant again. So Edge of the Empire, this little fellow right here. This came out. Can you tell the date when it was published? It's fairly recent. I'm going to say within the last 6-7 years, I think, give or take. And this one, that game, actually, you have to have special dice. That it's kind of like you have to have a Warhammer dice, or like Space Hulk dice, where you got to have like explosions and all these other things, like with misses and stuff like that. Oh my God!
Well, it doesn't have
an opening.
No, it doesn't have
well,
It doesn't
whatever.
have the stuff like in the beginning where like every book
you're
has.
just annoying. Okay, so now. Basically, what they've announced is that this book is no longer good.
It was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away is when it was published.
Oh my God, I hate it. See, let's take that down. And so we have Dungeons and Dragons is now going to come out with a new tabletop game, and that would be Star Wars. So we've already had a D20 Star Wars. I ran a
was
game
fun.
for you.
Well, there's been a bunch of Star Wars.
If you go
stuff.
down, there's a. Oh, that
This
was
is
it
like
right
the
there.
official quote.
So, with Universes Beyond, that's what it's called. We are expanding Dungeons and Dragons into even more worlds we love, like World of Warcraft.
That's gonna be cool.
At the same time, we're revisiting core D&D settings, including Dark Sun, Dragonlance, and Greyhawk. So they're going to crank out a whole bunch more books, but the deal is they're going to do D&D 5th edition, or maybe 5.5. I'm not sure. We don't have any more information other than the fact that it will be a tabletop game.